Fellas, welcome to the 2017 Design a Fly Challenge. Back during the summer, I saw this really weird creature, this caterpillar-like thing that crawling up my leg. That's after I was shooting a video. I said, oh, we got to get some footage of this, right? Here are the rules. First, you have to have video documentation, or at least photo or video documentation of the creature you're trying to mimic. It doesn't have to be an exact replica. That's the second rule. It can be an impression of it. So we're not going for realistic fly tying per se, but if you have those sorts of skills, then by all means do it. And then the third thing, you need to use it based on, in other words, don't just go out and find a fly pattern that mimics it and you just copy that pattern. Okay, if you want to use a fly tier's bench reference, that's perfectly fine. Something that shows you how to tie the various techniques. And that's a pretty big, long creature you saw there. I could probably tie this on a number 4 or a number 2 hook. So really what I need is an extra long shank, something like a 4X long shank. But all I have are these number 8, these Mustad 3366 hooks. Black thread is what we need, but all I have is clear. So I'm going to use a tan wool body, Wally World, cheap stuff, really good body material. And I'm about to sit down. I got several orders to get out for. So once again, thank you all of you who have contributed to the mud boat project. That's still up. Go check it out. Contribute if you can. I also saw that creature had a lot of little tentacles and things coming off the front and the back. So we're going to use one of our red chinchilla feathers. Yeah. Old eyes aren't good as they used to be. Pin that guy back. Some silly legs. Remember those little black tentacles you saw coming off? It had 2 black ones on the back. And we can trim it to size later, whatever. Now, when I design these flies, I'll look at, study the creature for a while, like days. I'll sleep on it, I'll take naps on it, then I'll get up and start tying whenever I'm ready. You know, whenever I have it clear in my mind exactly what materials I'm going to use and why. Now, if I had one of my rattles, one of my little small miniature rattles, we could put a rattle on there. We won't have to use as much fur to build this up, and we get some sound in there to it. So, again, the creature you saw was easily 3 times this long. Now, if you look around the web, you'll see flies similar to this. I mean, there's really nothing new under the sun. So we're gonna start wrapping this guy forward. Oh, come on now. Lock this guy down. Bam, bam. Remember, it had about 4 of those black. It's a silly leg. It's really not a silly leg. It's really spinnerbait skirt material. That's all it really is. So we'll put that on here. And this will be almost the perfect length. There's that. Oh, come on now. There's that. Pull that back and bam, there we go. You can see the color is not exactly it, but again, this is a color pattern that works anyway, just this sort of tan reddish. And if you remember, it had a couple of white little things sticking up. If I had some white spinnerbait material, I would do exactly that, but I don't, so what we'll use is deer hair instead. Very sparse. Right there on top where the creature was, remember? Oh my goodness. You may not even be able to see the subtle difference in that hook eye is so crowded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one more half hitch to secure it. And what we can do now is start to trim up. I don't have fibers really short enough. Okay, something like that, all right? And there we have this sort of buggy caterpillar-like thing that will catch fish. Now, would I want to tie a fly like this to fish with? No, it's just too many ingredients. You know, I got to do too much work. I have good luck with flies just tying nothing but deer hair and be done with it. And that, my friends, is the beginning of the challenge, the design a fly. So again, let's restate the rules. 1, you need to have either photo or video documentation of the creature you're trying to mimic. 2, it doesn't have to mimic the creature exactly. It's okay to use a bench reference, but you cannot just copy somebody else's fly. Inevitably, almost all flies are going to have some of the same techniques. Like a lot of you are going to have probably some kind of palmer. That's fine. It doesn't have to be completely original. It's just that the point is, look at a creature that you've seen some point in this past year, show it, and then use the techniques and the methods and the materials that you have on hand. Go and do something. Let's put it up here on YouTube. Hashtag, I don't know. I'll come up with some kind of hashtag. I'll put it in the comments or something. See you guys later. I'm not sure where the camera is pointing.